Hello my dazzling stars and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to take a look at the blessings and the abundance and the opportunities which might be coming your way with Jupiter moving into the sign of Taurus on the 16th of May. So Jupiter is moving into the sign of Taurus on the 16th of May, and Jupiter is planet of expansion. Jupiter is the planet of good luck. Jupiter is the planet of luck and abundance and prosperity. It's the big themes of life. So Jupiter moving into the sign of Taurus is going to highlight those Taurian traits, and it also includes wealth, material pursuits, love, and prosperity, abundance. I mean, it's not without its nuances because there'll be a lot of things which are also happening at the same time. But we are going to take a look at the overall blessings which Jupiter is going to bring to us during this transit, and Jupiter is actually staying in the sign of Taurus for the next 1 year. So yeah, let us take a look at the blessings and the abundance which might be coming our way with Jupiter moving into the sign of Taurus. Okay, so I'm thinking of picking I think I'll be picking 3 piles today. So let's see, blessings and abundance coming our way with Jupiter moving into the sign of Taurus. So we have our card 1, blessings and abundance, card 2 and 3. Okay, so I'll also be popping crystals on the cards and as well as turning the cards over. So if you'd like to just pick with the back of the cards, you can pause the video here. Okay, so for pile 1 we have Sunstone. For pile 2, we have Turquoise. For pile 3, we have Pyrite. So take as long as you need. Remember that you can never choose wrong. Whichever pile or whichever crystal or whichever card you feel drawn towards, that's the right card for you. If you find that you are drawn to multiple piles, it could be because that there are messages and blessings for you from multiple cards. Okay, and do remember that these readings are based on the energies which you are projecting at this particular time, the trajectory of your life today. And as you change, as you make as you have different experiences, as you change and grow, the energies which surround you will also change. So yeah, I just wanted to add that for some reason for today's reading. So okay, so let us take a look at the cards which we have. Okay, so for pile 1 we have milk and honey. Love that. For pile 2 we have Serendipity. For pile 3 we have Flexible. So take as long as you need, and as always the timestamps for the different readings will be given in the description down below. Take as long as you need. Remember that you can never choose wrong. Also do keep in mind that these are generalized readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you for joining me here, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. So you have the card of milk and honey, and you also have the Sunstone, and I have kept them aside here. So let us quickly pull the rest of your cards. So welcome to the pile preparation process, and so let's see the blessings and abundance coming to group 1. Blessings and abundance coming to group 1. Blessings and abundance coming to group 1 right now. Blessings and abundance coming to group 1 right now. Abundance coming to group 1 in 6 months, 1 year. Okay. Alright. So blessings and abundance coming right now. Blessings and abundance right now. Blessings and abundance in 6 months. Blessings and abundance in 6 months. In a year. Okay, so let us pick your oracles. Blessings and abundance coming to pile 1. Blessings and abundance. Blessings and abundance coming to group 1. Blessings and abundance coming to group 1. Blessings and abundance coming to group 1. And I'm feeling this. Okay, and last but not least, blessings and abundance coming to group 1. Blessings and abundance coming to group 1. Okay, so we have all your cards. So let us get into your reading. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. So first of all, you have the milk and honey. If you didn't watch the pile preparation process, that's fine, and we are going to keep your card here. And first we're going to take a look at the tarot cards which I have for you, and then we'll come back to this card. So we have a lot of cards, and I forgot to mention this before, but we are going to take a look at the energies which are the blessings and abundance which are coming to you right now. So the portals which are opening up at this very moment, and then we are going to take a look at the blessings and abundance which are coming to you in the next 6 months, and the blessings and abundance which are coming to you in the next 1 month. Oh, sorry, next 1 year mark. Okay, so there are a lot of cards, and let me just give me a moment while I figure out how to do the placement of this thing. Okay, thank you for your patience. We have a lot of cards, and you also got an extra card, which is why it's going out of the frame, but that's fine. We're going to bring that in when we actually look into that energy. So we have the Knight of Coins, clarified by the Five of Swords. We have the World, right now clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. Love that. Okay, so we have the Nine of Coins. Oh my god, you got the Nine of Coins twice, clarified by the Queen of Wands in the 6-month mark. You have the Two of Coins, clarified by the six of Cups in the 6 months mark. In the 1 year mark, you have the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Four of Wands. Love that. You have the Tower, clarified by the Nine of Cups. Ooh, I love this. This is beautiful. Okay, so first of all, the main card which you have, the milk and honey, this is the card of sweetness. This is the card of having all the material abundance and blessings and sweetness and opportunities in your life. Because milk and honey, the combination of it is very sweet, right? And what I'm definitely feeling with this particular card, and even with the rainbow here, is that what this transit is bringing in for you is a lot of abundance. It's bringing in a lot of sweetness. It is bringing in a lot of prosperity, and it is bringing in a lot of growth. And it's also telling you to dream your wildest dreams. It's bringing you that hope that you will be able to achieve your dreams, and whatever you work on during this particular time is what I'm getting will actually manifest in success. It will manifest in growth, in liberation. Like if you feel constrained, if you feel stuck at a particular place right now, in a year you will have made massive progress, and it will be such a big progress you won't even be able to imagine. You see how there is this elephant here actually in this card, and the elephant is actually bathing in this concoction made out of the milk and the honey. So it will be like that. You will have so much of sweetness in your life. It's almost like you're bathing in that sweetness. Okay, and the elephant is quite big. Oh wow, we also have fireworks happening. I don't know if you heard that, but definitely another sign that there's going to be a lot of joy, there's going to be a lot of abundance, there's going to be a lot of sweetness, and a lot of reasons to celebrate. And what also comes to my mind here is that, and I know it's one of the blessings which pile 1 could be having, and especially with this Four of Wands here, is that some of you might actually be getting married. So if that is something which you're looking forward to, or maybe trying to set a date or something, I definitely see it happening like in a year. It might happen within the year, or the year, or like at the end of this Jupiter cycle. So Jupiter is definitely going to bring in that luck there. So if you feel like, oh, you are not able to settle down with anyone and it's been forever, I definitely see something happening there. Okay, so right now what is coming to your life is the Knight of Coins and the World, clarified by the Five of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So what I'm getting here is that maybe right now you're stuck in this mindset of lack. There is a lack mindset which is happening. There's a lot of overthinking, there's a lot of stress which you're undertaking, there's a lot of anxiety which is happening, which is actually causing you to feel stuck. Okay, but spirit wants you to know that the anxiety which you might be feeling is because that energy wants to be expended elsewhere. That energy wants to be used elsewhere, and fireworks are going on again. It's marriage season here, so people are getting married, so there are, that's the reason why we have so much of fireworks happening right now. But then it's no coincidence because the fireworks were not going off before I started this reading. As soon as I started this reading, fireworks. So definitely a sign. If you want to get married, it's a sign that yes, you'll be getting married. Okay, so as I was saying, so maybe you are in a position, like even if you're not, if this is not a, not that, if you did not come into this reading and with that question in your mind, or maybe you're already married and that is just not something which you're looking for, and maybe you have some other pursuits, you have some other dreams which you want to materialize. Okay, so the stuck energy, again, the stuck energy can be anywhere. It could be that you're feeling stuck in your career, you're feeling stuck in your life, you're feeling stuck in your body. It could also be that some of you are actually stuck in bed and maybe you're not able to move much because you're recovering from some illness. Okay, or maybe you broke a bone or something, so you are just going through that recovery phase. Because I see again these two toddlers, they're human hybrids, and they are being carried by the mother, which I assume is their mother. And so I'm definitely feeling like maybe for some reason you are not able to get up, so maybe you're physically stuck for some reason. I definitely see it ending very soon, within 3 months that is ending. Okay, and even if it's not, if it is not 3 months for you, I definitely feel like it's about 3 months. Within 3 months you'll be out of the bed, you'll be out of the stuck energy, and you'll actually be moving forward. Because you see how the figures here, the two figures here are dancing. So if it is like right now you're stuck, you're in this energy of stuck, you don't know, you want to move but then you're bedridden, or you want to move but then there are other things which are keeping you confined to this particular space. And for a lot of you, it's also your mindset, it's also the way you're thinking and the way you're projecting your thoughts. And again, spirit wants you to know that it's not your fault, it's just a result of your surroundings. Wherever you are at, it is creating those feelings, it is creating those thoughts and anxieties within you. And they're telling you that it's okay. It's okay, because in the next 3 months they're going to help you come out of this energy. They're going to help you come out of this phase of being stuck and move into the new phase of prosperity and abundance. And you see how it's like the world is the last card of the major arcana. It signifies a major ending. So that is why again I felt like if you all are stuck, like physically stuck at some place, that is ending. If you are stuck elsewhere, if you are stuck mentally, like you cannot, you feel like you are, your thoughts have more control over you and you don't have control over your thoughts, then this card is definitely saying, like the world is saying that that is coming to an end. Or if you feel like you're just stuck at this stage of life of singlehood, or I don't know where you are at, maybe you want to launch something and you just feel stuck because nothing seems to be working, then even that seeing no sign, seeing no abundance, even that is changing, and luck and abundance is actually coming your way. Okay, so and you see that with the world card we have the Nine of Pentacles here, and then we have the Nine of Coins again, which is the same card just with different names. So Nine of Pentacles and the Six of the Nine of Coins and the Nine of Pentacles is the same thing. The coins and pentacles are used interchangeably between different decks. Okay, so with the Nine of Coins there's a lot of abundance. So in the 6 month, in 6 months time, you are actually going to come into a lot of abundance. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of prosperity. You will find that things are actually working. The things which you wanted to work, things are actually working. You see how this Queen of Wands has taken control of the flame, and she has actually mastered the art of have holding the flame in her hand without it burning her hand. So I definitely feel like whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're putting your energy on, and also this is a confirmation from the spirit, from your spirit guys, that whatever you want to put your energy into, and whatever you put your energy into, it's going to grow, it's going to expand, and it's going to multiply in the next few months. Okay, there's going to be too much of it. I almost feel like there's going to be too much of it. It almost, because in this card it almost feels like you have too much of it. I know this is usually a card of abundance, but this being for this following the nine of coins, it feels like you are having, like, it's almost like you're having too much of it. There is too much of attention on you. It's like if you're trying to, let's say, sell a product or sell something, there is too much of a demand of your product. Sorry, I got a call there. And I think this is another confirmation about what I was saying about you juggling multiple things, you having like too much of something, like you having a lot of something, you having a lot of opportunities, you having a lot of responsibilities, like your responsibilities are expanding. But I feel at the same time, I feel like this is something which you are going to enjoy. Okay, it's like that time when you have to be very productive, and you are very productive because you are enjoying, you are doing something which you love doing. Okay, for some of you it could also be that you are juggling two things, like two jobs, or maybe studies, like maybe you have taken up a new course, and then you are also working full time, and then you also have to do this course, and then, or maybe you have enrolled in a new course, and then you are already working, and then there is another something. So I definitely see a lot of juggling happening, a lot of things are coming into your life. So you're sort of like in the 6 months phase, there's going to be a lot of abundance, there's going to be a lot of opportunities, people are noticing you, things are coming to fruition, things are happening, things are changing in your environment. Okay, like the fruits which you planted, which you are planting right now, in about 6 months, to 9 months time, things are going to come to fruition. It's almost like maybe some of you are also going to give birth to babies or something. And at the same time, like that abundance of gifts, that abundance of opportunities opening up for you, maybe you are so in demand that you don't have, like you are having shortfall in your stock, you're not getting time to replenish your stock because there's so much of demand. I'm definitely getting that sort of feeling. And at the same time, with the Six of Cups here, what I feel is that, yeah, this juggling, it's going to be a lot. Okay, not gonna lie, but it's going to be a good lot. It's like your childhood dreams are being realized. It's like this thing which you're working on, this thing which is going to manifest in the next 1 year. This is something which you dreamed of. This is something which you dreamt of as a child. And maybe in between, maybe in the middle, you lost hope that this thing is ever going to happen, that maybe I'm never going to get married, that maybe I never find the one for me, or maybe I am never able to work in that dream job of mine. I feel like in this next 1 year, that's definitely happening. And you see how the Knight of Coins has changed to the Knight of Swords, and that talks about the speed, the pace picking up, things becoming fast for you, things picking up pace, and things moving for you at a faster rate, and you're going after your dreams, and you're going after those things which you want to manifest. You're going after your passions and your desires, and you going forward with those opportunities. Like, yeah, it's going to be a lot, but then at the same time, you are going to also have a lot of energy. You'll find that you have a lot of energy, and you're actually having a lot of fun. Maybe you also bring in some other people to help you with your work, right? Like, if you have a shortage of certain something, maybe you're also bringing in some other people and outsourcing some of those things to you. The Four of Cups is the card of celebration. It's like those small milestones I mean, the milestones which might appear small, but then they're not small milestones. It's like you meeting the one. Like, when you meet the one, you don't feel like there is nothing significant happening. But no, for definitely for you, I feel like this Four of Wands, it is a celebratory Four of Wands. Maybe for some of you, you are celebrating the success with your friends and family. Maybe you're going on a vacation, which is why you also have the Knight of Swords. So you're going to some other place to celebrate that victory. You're going to some other place just to celebrate and live it up for a while, and there's going to be a lot of joy. And Nine of Cups is the card of dreams being manifested, dreams coming to fruition, your dreams turning your dreams happening, which is what I was talking about in the Six of Cups here. And this is an added confirmation here that in 1 year you are going to have so much of abundance, like your cups are going to be very full. And for some of you, I'm definitely feeling with the Four of Wands, because the Four of Wands in the deck, it is the card of marriage. It signifies marriage. So for some of you, you are probably getting married, and even with the world here, the couple showing up here in the world card, maybe for some of you it's marriage. So let's move on to the Tower and the Three of Swords combination, which is also there in your future. And Tower is usually a card which speaks of disruption, which speaks of a change, which speaks of, and the Tower card speaks of change. The Tower card speaks of changes, and sometimes those changes are changes which we are not ready for. But for you, I feel like it's a good change, because it came with the Three of Swords here, and you see how even in this Three of Swords, there is the same lightning. So I definitely feel like this has something to do with past heartbreaks. Okay, this is something to do with your past wounds which you had. Okay, the maybe for some of you it's those self-limiting thoughts. Maybe for some of you it's actually you are able to move on from this person who you might have broken up with like long back, but then you are still stuck on this person, and now you're finally moving away from that person. Finally you are moving apart from that person. Okay, finally you are coming to the term that okay, it was not meant to be. But because it was not meant to be, it doesn't mean that you have failed or something. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that you have actually succeeded, because you're moving forward. It's okay if something does not happen, if something does not work. Remember that every rejection is a protection, and I definitely feel like you're moving forward from some rejection, which has also something to do with your past, which I see with the shadow here. And I'm definitely getting the sense of something from your past finally healing, finally you coming to terms with something from your past, that finally healing, and your wound finally healing, and your broken heart, it almost feels like you're taking out the swords which were in your heart. So finally she is taking out the sword. It definitely feels like that, and letting go of the pain which was there. So maybe for some of you, you're actually seeking therapy. Maybe you come to some realization. And for some of you, because the Tower card speaks to me in that way, I definitely also see a spiritual growth happening. So for some of you, it's actually you are growing spiritually. It's almost like you're moving up the tower. Yeah, the tower is changing, the tower is shifting, but it's like you're going to the next tower, which is even better than this particular tower, because it's a new tower and it's a new mindset, and it's you at a higher level. So it signifies good things for me. I love the tower card, to be honest. And also I feel like, I definitely see that your thought process, like your thought forms, the maybe the negative thought which you used to, the negative thought pattern which you are used to in your life, that has totally changed. Like there is no other card which even mentions this, right? And even with this Three of Swords, I'm definitely feeling like it's more of a healing Three of Swords, because it came with the Nine of Cups here. And this joy, it's almost like you're letting go of the things which are not working for you. You're letting go of the pains in your heart, and you have reasons to celebrate in 1 year from now. So it's also the past wounds which are falling out of your life, coming out of that negative thought pattern, that negative self-talk, and things shifting from I'm not good enough to yes, I'm worthy, yes, I am amazing, and yes, I deserve the best in my life. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards now. So you have cleansing water, purification activates vibrant life force. You have uncovering treasure, beneath the surface lies great bounty. Love that. You also have wandering path, enjoy the journey. Okay, so the purification actually makes very like a lot of sense. Currently, here in this current energy kind of a space, this 1 to the next 6 months, right? Yeah, so it makes sense because I talked about that feeling of you being stuck, and usually, and I have said this before in my other videos, if you have watched that, you know where I'm going, but if you have not, then let me just repeat it for you. Purification makes sense because when there are energies which are stuck within you, it's usually there also there in your external. The inner reflects the outward and the outward reflects the inner. So if there's a lot of clutter around your space, around your workspace, around your living space, around the space where you sleep, it's because your thoughts are cluttered. It's because you are feeling stuck. It's because there is also stuck energies in your body, which is why there are also stuck things, clutter and junk and disorganization around you. And I'm not talking about the creative clutter. Some people are actually very creative and they have a lot of clutter on their table and they work around with all those clutter. I'm not talking about that clutter. I'm talking about stagnant held up energy kind of clutter, things which no longer make sense to you, but then you are like, okay, what do I do with those things? They're here, and your willingness to move them out, to move them out of your life, to shed those things, to leave those things. So definitely it's all. Also, what I'm getting, like, I feel like you are moving into this new phase of your life which is so full of abundance, which is so full of bliss, which is, you are growing as a person, you're transforming as a person today. Like, take some time and imagine yourself as your most magnificent self. Okay, what are the kind of clothes which you would like to wear? How would you like to show up into the world? Right? How would you like to present yourself to the world? I'm also getting the message that for some of you, it can also be your wardrobe, because maybe the clothes which you are wearing, they don't reflect you. They don't reflect you anymore, and they don't reflect the person who you want to be. So start wearing the clothes which of the person who you want to be. Start wearing the colors which are the colors which you would want that ideal self of you, that successful self of you to wear. And it doesn't have to be branded, so it doesn't have to be like, oh, but I want to wear this particular luxury brands clothes, and I just don't have the money. That's okay. Wear the things which bring you that joy today. If you have to, how would you personify yourself, the person who you want to be, without in your current budget? So usually it's as simple as incorporating your favorite colors into your closet. What are your favorite colors? Who do you want to represent? What colors speak to you? What colors light you up? Because the colors which are your favorite colors, they are your favorite, or you're attracted to those colors for a reason. So start by wearing those colors. Okay, if you feel like your hair is weighing you down, maybe you can give yourself a new haircut. Why not? Go for a cleansing ritual. Go for a cleansing ritual. Go have a spa day. Okay, it doesn't have to be too expensive. It can even be just you, because I feel like there could some of the people who might have selected this particular pile, they might be like, oh, but then I don't have the time and I don't have the money for that to invest in that. That's okay. Give yourself that spa day at home. What can you do? Light some candles around. Purify your environment. Start with the things which you can change today in your environment. If there are things which no longer make sense to you, put them out, take them out of your environment, because when you do, you'll find that the energy around your environment changes and the energy within you changes as well. Your anxiety, your stress also reduces, and you are more in flow, you're more connected with your higher self, and you're more in alignment. Okay, so and then in the 6 months time, I see that you have you are uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty, but I think that a lot of coming to this phase has a lot to do with this phase. Do not undermine this phase. Do not undermine the purification phase. Okay, because you have to clean out, you have to clear out, you have to make space for the new energies to come in. If there is no space for the new energies to come in, how will they come in? So Jupiter for you is telling you to purify your environment, to cleanse your environment. What are some of the things which have just become junk to you, which no longer make sense to you, or maybe which even annoy you? Okay, and when you do that, when you have cleared that space, you will find that there are more things. Opportunities are also coming into your life. There is more light which is coming into your life. There is more treasure, there is more bounty which is coming into your life. And when you make space for those new things to come into your life, treasure will come into your life. Abundance, prosperity, opportunities will come into your life. You will feel more aligned. As I said, like, you will be more aligned to your higher self, and you will be more inspired, and you will be more intuitive, and you'll find that your energy is also going up, your vibration is rising. So new things you're able to manifest, new things into being. You are able to manifest your dreams to reality. And wandering path, enjoy the journey. So again, your spirit guides are telling you that it's not about the end goal. Do not be so focused on where you want to reach. Enjoy the journey, because it is going to be a magnificent journey. Do not be so focused on the outcome, because the outcome is going to be amazing, okay? And it is going to be beyond your imagination. So do not try limiting your outcome by imagining one particular outcome. Do the things which you need to do, and leave the rest to the universe, because the universe will provide you with the best things, okay? Then you have truth, you have happiness, and you have abundance in your future. Oh my god, what was I telling you? Okay, so with the truth card here, what I'm seeing here is that there is a storm. There's a storm which is brewing here. There's a storm which is happening here. So there is that chaos which is happening. So I feel like at this time, maybe you are also experiencing this in your life, okay? Which is also bringing forth the requirement of that cleansing, because when the storm is here, a lot of those dead, dry leaves will also come to your space, right? So the thoughts which might be bothering you at this particular time, take special note of those thoughts, and ask yourself, why are you having those thoughts? Why are you having those thoughts? Are they coming from a space of fear, or are they coming from a space of your past experience? And that's fine, that's okay. But what you need to remember is that your past does not define your future. The things which you experienced in your past, something didn't work in the past, that is fine. That was something, that was an outcome in your past. That doesn't mean that things in your future are also not going to work, because they are going to work. The only thing which can stop you, the only thing which can stop you from realizing your dreams is your lack of belief, is your lack of faith in yourself. So with Jupiter moving into Taurus, is asking you to have that belief, have that faith in yourself. Clear out the previous thought patterns, clear out the previous thoughts and the ideas which you hold about yourself, that I can't do certain things because I don't have certain things. But Spirit wants you to know that you have everything which you need in order to live the life of your dreams. While it might look impossible from where you are from where you are at currently, Spirit is giving you confirmation that in the future you can actually live it. From your current energetic space, that expansion can happen, that growth can happen. You see how from the truth we come to happiness, and then we come to abundance. So things are opening up for you. It's time for you to shed those old clothes. It's time for you to shed that old skin and step into the new. Okay, so you also have happiness, and what I noticed here was the sun, because you also have the sunstone. Like, what are the chances? And the sun represents the light, the life force. The sun represents luck and prosperity and abundance in our life. And I mean, isn't the word happiness proof enough? Is telling that there's going to be a lot of abundance, there's going to be a lot of happiness. You are actually jumping for joy in the future. There's so much of happiness, and it's almost like your inner child is coming out. And it's like, you know how when we were kids we would jump on our beds because that was so much fun, but as adults we stopped doing that thing. So I almost feel like in the next 6 months you're going to come back into that energy where where your inner child is coming alive again. It is coming alive again, and you can actually jump on your bed with glee, because why not? Okay, but it's also because things are changing, things are shifting in your life, and you're also coming into a lot of abundance. So there's a lot of abundance which is coming to you. You see the flowers are blooming, and that's in the 1 year mark. So there's definitely confirmation of that. Your spirit guides want you to know that the path to abundance is clear. Your path to abundance is clear. Your path to your dreams is clear. So don't let anything hold you back. Don't let anything hold you back, and do not hesitate. We also have some animal spirits for you, and we'll just quickly take a look at it. So you have the giraffe spirit. see the big picture. You have the mouse spirit, tend to small things, so take care of the details. And you have the ant spirit, time to collaborate. Oh my god, wasn't I telling you? Okay, but let's come back to the giraffe spirit. I definitely got excited. So, you know what I noticed here is that this is the card, 29th card, and if you add 2 and 9 up, it becomes 11. So, 11 might also be a very significant number for you. Also, 5s can be quite significant for you. Maybe you are seeing a lot of those numbers in your reality, okay? Maybe you're seeing a lot of number plays with that. Maybe you are seeing 555 a lot on the clock, or maybe you're seeing a lot of 1111s. And what your spirit guides are telling you right now, look at the big picture. It's almost like they're asking you to have a big picture thinking. Imagine what you want for your life. Make that vision board. Yes, make that vision board and start working towards that. As I said, shed those old clothes. Find a find a space where you can be who you are. Start living as the person who you want to be. Instead of letting your reality hold you back, start making those small changes today. Okay, and while maybe you want to go and help a lot of poor people, you might not be able to do that today. You might not be able to go and empower a lot of victims or something. You might not be able to do that today, but what your spirit guides are telling you to focus on is that what is the big picture. First of all, what are your intentions, but secondly, what are the small things which you can start doing today, sorry, what are the small things which you can start doing today? Because tend to the small things, tend to the details. Start with the small things. You cannot make the big shifts in your life in one day. You have to start small. It's only when we start small, it's one brick at a time, that the building is built. So they're asking you to change one bit at a time. Do not dream in specifics, dream in the overalls. I hope I'm making sense with that. What I mean with that is that do not, in the big picture thinking, do not focus too much on the specifics. Paint the overall picture. Like, this is what I want to do. I want to be financially free. I want to live the life of my dreams, and I want to travel, and I want to be able to help people. Focus on the overall dreams. But then when you come to the today, when you come to the now, focus on the details. What are some things which I can change today? Instead of saying that I can't do, like that is not possible for me, you can start by saying, okay, I'm working on that, and I know I might not be there yet, but I know I'll get there. Okay? So small changes when it comes to the now, big picture thinking when it comes to the future. And you see, this is what I was talking to you about. With the end spirit says it's time to collaborate, so that's definitely a confirmation about what I was telling you. Like, in the future, your whatever you are working upon, whatever you are working on, it is actually going to expand, and you might actually have to bring in people to help you manage that workload. Okay, so it's like maybe you are bringing in another help. Maybe you're bringing in a manager to manage your time or manage your schedule or look after, or maybe you're bringing in other people who can help you create whatever you are creating, whatever you want to create. Maybe you're creating candles, but then the demand has become so much that you alone are not able to fulfill that. So now you're bringing in other people who are actually helping you create more candles, and you're teaching them and you're providing them with employment, and they're helping you expand your business. Okay, so let's wind the reading down with a final card. So this is the Law of Attraction deck by Esther and Abraham Hicks. So basically, Esther Hicks is this person, she is amazing, and she channels this being, and she has named him Abraham, and she has a lot of wisdom to share with us. So let us see one final message for group 1. Okay, so you have the most powerful law in the universe, and what I noticed first here are all those flowers which are blooming, and I mean that just echoes this abundance card. You see the flowers are blooming here, the flowers are blooming here. So I definitely see a lot of prosperity, abundance in your future. Okay, so it says, every thought vibrates, every thought radiates a signal, and every thought attracts a matching signal back. We call that process the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. So basically it's saying that like attracts like, that every thought of yours actually attracts a matching reality. So if you are thinking that, oh, I'm not good enough for that, universe hears that loud and clear, like, okay, you're not good enough for that, fine, I'm not going to give you that. Instead, start by focusing on changing your thoughts into, I am good enough, I deserve to live the life of my dreams. Because you do deserve to live the life of your dreams. Okay, there is nothing which is stopping you. And universe, you can actually use the help of universe to co-create your reality with the universe. Okay, be open to the guidance of the universe, but then at the same time you can help the universe take you to exactly where you want to be. Okay, and remember that every thought vibrates, every thought radiates a signal, and every thought attracts a matching signal back. So it's like if you're communicating in a particular vibration, you'll also receive in a particular vibration. So it's how you're projecting yourself, it's who you are showing up as what you are communicating to the universe. Okay, so the first things which you need to change are those thoughts. Are you sending the right signals? Because if you're sending distress signals, well, that's what they're going to send you back, right? And if you're sending sending signals of faith and sending signals of happiness and joy, you're going to have more of that. So focus on changing those signals. Focus on whether you're singing the right songs. Focus on what can you change today, because the law of attraction can actually work in your favor. All you have to do is align your thoughts to the reality which you want to be manifested, and things will follow. You might not notice. It's not about making the change overnight. It's about going with the flow. It's about trusting. It's about the process of it. Okay, so that, my dear pile one, was your reading. What a great energy you have coming up with this Jupiter transit in Taurus. I love this for you. I definitely love this for you. And remember, my dear pile one, that you are powerful, you are strong, and whatever you're dreaming, it can actually manifest into a reality. Do not doubt your own dreams. Your dreams can actually manifest. You deserve to live the life of your dreams, and trust and have the faith that with clear intention and work towards that thing, work towards that dream life of yours, things will actually change, and things will actually change for your benefit. And the reality you want manifested, that will manifest for you. That is being manifested for you. The work is already in process. Okay, so thank you for watching, my dear pile one. Remember that you have a unique light of your own, and do not let anyone ever doubt that. Do not ever question your own light. Follow your own light, because you are your own guiding light, and when you follow your own light, you will find the treasures which are hiding within, which are hiding beneath the surface. Okay, so thank you for watching. If this resonated, to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. Welcome to the pile preparation process for your reading. If you would like to head on to the reading, then the timestamp for that will be given in the description below. Okay, so blessings and opportunities coming to group 2. 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 Blessings and opportunities coming to group. Blessings and opportunities coming to group 2. Blessings and opportunities coming to group 2. Blessings and opportunities coming to group 2 in 6 months. Blessings and opportunities in 6 months. Blessings and opportunities in 1 year. Okay. Blessings and opportunities coming to group 2. Ooh, okay, blessings and opportunities coming to group 2. Blessings and opportunities. The cards are very jumpy today, and I have a very interesting story to share with you all. something very personal, but for that I'll just share it in the reading so that everyone can know about it and I don't have to repeat myself. Okay, blessings and opportunities coming to group 2. Blessings and opportunities coming to group 2. Blessings and opportunities coming to group 2. Oh wow, you saw how it almost jumped out. Blessings and opportunities coming to group 2. 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 Okay, so we have all your cards here. Let's start the reading with your tarot cards first. Okay, it was reversed, but I don't normally take reversals. Then you have 4 of Cups. You have 10 of Cups. Ooh. You have Queen of Wands. Love that. You have King of Coins. You have 5 of Coins. So something which I had forgotten to mention at the beginning of this video is that we are going to split this reading up in 3 parts. So the first 2 cards are energies which are available to you right now, which has started coming to your life right now. And the next 2 cards, the next 4 cards, because I'll be placing some more cards underneath this, the next 4, its energies available to you in the next 6 months, and then the final 2 cards or the final 4 cards are energies available to you in a year's time. So we will see how you're growing, the progression which you're making. Okay. Eight of Wands. You also have 6 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups again. Oh my god, I think you have 2 10 of Cups. Yes, you have 2 10 of Cups in your reading. Okay, group 2. So if you chose group 2, then you have the card of Serendipity and you have the Turquoise crystal. Now, I have a very interesting story to share with you all before I jump into the reading, because first of all, I think the story is related. So the thing is, I started this reading 2 weeks prior. Well, maybe not entirely 2 weeks, but then it was about 12 days prior to when I'm doing, like, to right now. Okay, and I started the reading, then I did the pile selection, and then I did the first group's reading. Okay, and then for whatever reason I had to get away from group 2's reading. Okay, and I think some people came over, but I was interrupted. So again, I thought, okay, I'll just resume it tomorrow. And then the next day I had a marriage to attend and obviously so reading couldn't happen. Then the day after that, some of my friends came over. Oh yeah, this married couple, really sweet couple, and like they're one of my closest friends. So they came over for a couple reading. And then the readings went on till 2 in the morning, and then it was fun hanging out with friends, and obviously the reading couldn't happen that day. And then on Sunday I sat down to do the reading for group 2. And the block I encountered, oh my god, it was like the worst block which I have experienced in a long while. Okay, so I did the reading. This is the second time that I'm doing this reading, and obviously a very different set of cards came up when I was recording the reading for the first time. But then what I realized is that I was stumped, like nothing was coming to me, and I just couldn't finish your reading. So I was like, okay, this is not going to work, because all I'm doing, like, I kept staring at the cards for about more than an hour or something, right? And I was like, okay, what are they telling? I know they're telling this, but then they don't make sense in the entirety. And I don't know, if you have done tarot readings before, then you might have encountered this in your own life, like when you're doing the readings for yourself. But that was the worst. Okay, so I thought, like, okay, maybe what I need to do is put a bit of distance between me and this particular set of reading, put a distance. So I started recording this other video, and I thought I did about okay-ish. And I think it was the next day, it was Monday or Tuesday, the next that is 15th or 16th of May, when I started doing that reading. I did that, but then even there the flow was just lacking. Okay, I just couldn't, and I was like, okay, this is obviously not working, so there is something else which I need to do in the meantime. So when I come upon blocks such as this, I take it as a sign that okay, it's not going to work because I have tried to do this before. I've tried to work through the block before. I've tried to knock down those walls before, and they haven't worked. So what I've learned over my own tarot reading practice and in my own life, the spirituality which I'm following today, is that when something is not working, is that when there's something else which you need to do in the meantime. So it's like when you're trying to do something, like I want to finish this reading because I know, like deep down, that this is something which needs to be put out. And that is why I'm putting in the hard work. I'm trying to do it, but then it's like crickets in my brain. I don't know. I'm like, okay, what's happening? And that's not the case for me. There is something else which I need to do before I can get back to this. And obviously what I had to do was something which is very personal to me, just something which I had to do. And obviously what you might have to do is going to be completely different. And why I'm telling you the story also has a reason. I feel like this is also your current energy. There is this will, there is this urge to do something new. There is this urge to do something, and you feel that deep pull, you feel that deep energy of doing, like, okay, I want to do this, I need to do this. There is that need, there is that want in your own head, in your own brain. But then when you're going to do it, maybe you just face 10,000 obstacles. Okay, it's like I'm uploading a video and then the internet is down. So I feel like this is something which your energy is at this particular moment. There is something where you are putting a lot of hard work into. There are just these things which you want to achieve in your life. There are these dreams, there are these visions which you have. And these things, they come from deep within you. It's a calling which you're trying to start out on, or it's a calling which you're trying to show the light of the day to. Like, this is something which you're working on behind the scene. It's not completely out in the public eye yet, but this is something which you have been working on. And while you might have started putting it out into the world, maybe this thing has not seen the light of the day yet. Like, there are not a lot of people who are actually aware that you're creating or you're doing this thing. And that is why I felt my story was so relevant, because the synchronicities, right? The reason that it lined up with your pile and not with any other pile, what are the chances? And of course, I'm getting, like, with the Serendipity card, that's the first energy which I got. Okay, like, even when I had the block, but obviously I couldn't put it out, I couldn't articulate it in words. So hopefully I'm doing that right now. So you have the card of Serendipity, and as you can see, there is this figure who is just floating away on this clover, four-leaved clover. And as you might know, clover is also the sign of luck, right? And Jupiter is the planet of luck. So there is an added confirmation. What I feel like this period is going to achieve for you, this transit, the Jupiter in the sign of Taurus is going to achieve for you, is a lot of luck, is a lot of abundance. You're going to be lifted from where you are. Your life is changing completely. Okay, it's changing drastically, and you're going to have so much of abundance, you're going to have so much of bliss, so much of happiness all around you. And obviously we'll go through each of the four cards, but that is the story which I had to share with you because it correlates. So if you find that you are at this particular place in your life right now where you're putting a lot of energy, you're putting a lot of thought into achieving certain thing, but then you just end up feeling stuck. You just end up feeling bound, like, okay, things are just not moving forward. You are putting so much energy into something, but it's just not working. Like with the moon, there are a lot of things which are happening under the surface. The moon is about our emotions. During the full moon, as you can see, there is this full moon here in this card. There is a full moon here. A lot of emotions actually come out on the surface. There is any pain in our body. Usually people found that during the full moons, the pain level actually increase. The pain in their body actually increase. So people suffering from arthritis, people having joint pains, the pain would actually inflate. It would actually increase during the full moon periods. So what I'm feeling for you right now is that there are a lot of things, there are a lot of emotions, there are a lot of things which are actually trying to come out on the surface, but you're not looking at those things. You're not looking at the things which you are trying to come to the surface, as you're too content, as you're too busy working with the things which are in front of you. You're so busy with the work that you are doing, that you are not seeing what is behind you, what is not, what cannot be seen by the naked eye. For me as well, like, it had the thing which I had to do on the break was a lot of inner work, was a lot of self work, was a lot of diving into my own dark spaces and coming to terms with some of my own energies. It was a bit of shadow work which I did for myself. So I feel like it's also this kind of similar for you, where you have to go within yourself and look into the things which you're not looking at. There are some things which you don't want to look into because they seem too scary. There are these feelings, there are these emotions who seem too big, which seem too big, which seem too scary for you at this particular time, which is why we are ignoring all that. And which is why, like, I always kept on telling myself, like, okay, I'll get back to that, but before I do that, I have to record this reading because I want to put it out in time. But obviously that didn't work when I stopped listening to my intuition, when I stopped listening to what I knew that I should do, that I should be focusing on doing that particular thing which is coming up on the surface. But I was too focused on work, so my crown chakra was blocked. It was just taken away from me, and nobody blocked it. The block was imposed on myself by myself. It's because I'm not looking into the face of all my fears. I'm not acknowledging all my fears, and I'm just trying to power through my fears, which is why things are taking longer, which is why things are taking a longer period to manifest, and which is why I feel stuck. Because the feelings, the fears, or the emotions which I'm not trying to look at because they seem too big, they seem too scary for me, they are actually dragging me down. And when I look into those things, when I look into those thoughts, when I look into those emotions, what actually happens is that I realize that they are just thoughts, okay? They cannot control me. And yes, they are there. They're there under the surface. Yeah, they are thoughts and they have power over us, but they have only as much power as we can give them. Here you can see the girl is sitting in front of a mirror and she looks into her own image and she sees that she is stuck. She is stuck in this place and she is blinded by her thoughts, and she almost feels like she is trapped in the mirror. But the reality is she is not trapped in the mirror. She only feels trapped in the mirror because she is looking into her own reflection. She is looking into her own projection, and she is looking at that reflection and she's thinking, oh, I'm stuck. But in reality, she's not stuck. It's her thought, it's her emotions which are making her feel stuck. But once she realizes, once she looks, and this is what I feel is happening for you in the first 3 to 6 months, is that you are actually being guided at this particular time. The first blessing which is coming for you is to look into the things which are hiding, which are trapped underneath you, the emotions which you are not trying to look at, the emotions which you are trying not to acknowledge, but they're there and they're stopping you from growing. And once you do that, once you look into your emotions, you can actually get into this power where you can just go. So for example, all I had to do was take a little break and distance myself from what I was trying to do in order for me to get back into this energy where I'm able to do this reading. And when I was getting ready to record the reading again today, I felt certain that today we are going to make it happen because I feel light. I no longer feel weighed down by my own emotions, by my own thoughts. Nothing is keeping me trapped. I am free, and it's because I feel that freedom. I know that now I can deliver this reading to you in the best of my ability. Okay, so in the first 6 months, you're getting maybe you come upon this. There is just this cycle in your life which has been repeating for a while. You try to do something, but then it's not working. You feel you come up with blockages. Maybe you do something, so it's like you're trying to put your energy into something, but then you're getting blocked. You're getting actively blocked by something. Okay, like the energy which you're putting out into the world, it's not returning, it's not coming back to you, it's not being returned to you in the equal manner at all. Okay, so the first message, the first blessing for you which is coming is that first you have to look into your feelings. Okay, this is also a guidance, this is also a message from your higher self that you first have to look into your own. I mean, it's tough. It's tough and it is difficult, but first you have to look within yourself, look into those thoughts and those ideas and those emotions which make you feel trapped, which make you feel scared. Because when you acknowledge them, you'll find that, okay, this is what I was trying to neglect. When you no longer neglect them, you'll find that the things which you feel are actually trapping you, they're falling away, because now you acknowledge them. They are no longer the shadows which are keeping you constrained. They're no longer this energy which is keeping you blocked. Now the energy, the shadow is lifted from your mind, so you can move forward into the next phase of your life. And if this energy, the middle forecast, they're coming to you, this energy is coming to you in the next 6 months. So I feel like the time span would be around from 3 months from now to about 9 months, that time period. Okay, and the energy which is coming to you, as soon as you look into the things which you're trying to avoid, when you listen to the flow of the universe. Because if you're feeling blocked, if there is any block, if you're feeling a block anywhere, it's because there is something else which you need to do at this particular time. Okay, so it's not a hard no. It's more like pause, take a break, do the other thing before you can get back to this. Okay, so it's like before you're ready to write the paper, first you have to research the paper in order to write the paper. So yeah, while you might try to write the paper at this particular time, but then you cannot write the paper, you have not done all your research. So first you have to stop, have to go back and research the paper, and then you come back and write the paper. And when you do that, obviously it comes out and shows your skills and talents and what you have to offer in the best possible light. Why do we even want to put out things which are half cooked in nature? Yeah, we have this impatience. We want to put our dreams and our visions out into the world, but then if you're getting blocked, take it as a message that there is something else which you need to do at this particular time. You have the 10 of cups, you have the Queen of Wands, and what an energy. You can see like the shadow has completely lifted from here, and we are reaching this place where there's the 10 of cups. So there is a lot of happiness, there's a lot of abundance, there's a lot of bliss. And I feel like when you're looking into this fear, this thing which is hiding trapped underneath the surface, this fear right here, you discover that there is this other cup, there is this other opportunities, there is this other way, or there's this solution which you never knew existed before. And once you do that, once you acknowledge that, because this is behind you, okay, and I feel like you can only acknowledge this once you are done with all those cups here, and you look back and you're like, oh wait, this. And also you see how there is this bird sitting here on this cup. So I feel like again there's this message coming from your spirit guides that they are constantly guiding you towards that one cup, that's constantly guiding you towards that epiphany. They're constantly guiding you towards that lightning moment, but then it won't happen if you are trying to run away from this energy, because you have to first stop and look and notice the signs which are happening, which are there all around you. And when you do that, when you see that hidden ace which is there hiding behind you, you reach the space where you have found the solution to the thing, where you have found the answers to the thing which you are trying to create, where you have found the connection back. It's like the broken connection has been repaired, and you will see that you are moving into the state of flow, and things are just manifesting so easily for you. Okay, it's like whatever you're trying to do, universe just aligns and things just happen. Things just happen magically for you. Life is becoming magic for you. Okay, and which brings me back to this card which you have, which is the Serendipity card. Okay, and it reminds me of the penicillin story. Now obviously don't quote me on this, but I think I read at some point that penicillin was discovered by mistake, right? Like it was discovered by accident. The scientist who discovered penicillin, it was not his intention. Like it was not an intentional discovery. It was more of an accidental discovery. And it's also one of the biggest discoveries of our time. And it is serendipity, because he had left a culture unattended, right? He had left this culture unattended, and when he got back, he realized that he had made a mistake, and this was totally unintentional. But then, just that culture worked. The culture which he had forgotten about, it worked, and somehow he had discovered the solution to the problem. So I feel like something very similar is going to happen for you. That luck factor is going to come as soon as you stop, take that pause, and learn to trust the flow of your life. Okay, it's not about being complacent and just sitting and doing nothing. It's not about that. For example, let's say you're trying to write this book, but then every time you sit down to write the book, it's like you are being blocked. like constantly. Okay, maybe the computer breaks down, the power goes out, your battery dies, and things always find a way to go wrong. So it's not a message from your spirit guides that this is something which you should not be pursuing. It's not that. It's not, your spirit guides are not telling you that this is something which you should not be pursuing. What your spirit guides are telling you is that pause. What universe is trying to tell you is that pause. You need to write the story, but then you need to write the story from a point where you are more centered. Okay, your spirit guides are telling you, the universe is telling you that it is not a no. It's not that your book is never going to be published, that story is never going to be written, that painting is never going to be finished. It's not that. If you're being blocked, if you can feel a block happening every time you try to do a certain something, it is universe telling you that you need to pause. You need to pause at this particular time and do something else before you can get back into this energy and finish that story. Because when you finish that story from having gone through something else, maybe there is just this journey which you have to go through before you can come back and finish the story. So before you can come back and finish the story, you need to go on this journey. And for some of you, since I'm talking about journey, and you can see that this girl is also flying, so there could be a trip which is actually on the horizon waiting for you, and maybe you're putting off this trip. Maybe you're putting off this trip because you're like, okay, no, I don't have time for trips. I need to put my energy into work. I need to put my energy into expanding my business. I need to concentrate there. So your spirit guides are telling you that no, right now is the time for you to take the trip. Learn some more. Okay, it's not about pursuing your goals at this particular time. You will come back and you will pursue them. You will not have forgotten them. Time is not being wasted. Trust that everything happens in its own divine timing. And right now for you, it's divine timing for you to take this pause, enjoy where you are at today. Instead of trying to fight the block, flow with it. Where is the block guiding you to? Because when you do that, when you become one with the flow of the universe, things just become magical for you. Okay, and then in the second half of your year, okay, from the 6 months onward, what I see is that a momentum picking pace. The things which you're trying to achieve, it's speeding up, and that is more of a time for you to do the things which you're trying to do at this particular moment where you might be feeling the block. But then the message for you is not to give up on your dreams, to give up on your visions, because I can see that those things are actually materializing. The things, the dreams that you have, the visions that you have with the Queen of Wands, they are materializing, and you have the King of Coins. So a lot of abundance, a lot of bliss, a lot of opportunities. And if I'm not wrong, Fleming, the scientist who discovered penicillin, actually discovered penicillin. I mean, that was by an accident, as I said. But I think he came back from a trip and he found some reaction had happened. Again, your spirit guides are telling you that if you are getting opportunities out to travel, opportunities to explore the world, opportunities to just go out and see the world at this particular time, do that. Take those opportunities, grab those opportunities, because right now this is the energy which you have. As you can see with the Knight of Swords, yeah, this guy is running towards his motorbike which is there, and there is an eagle which is also flying. So there is just this energy of travel, there's this energy of exploration, of seeing the things from above, right? And so there is another guidance from your spirit guides that if you're getting opportunities to travel, opportunities to explore, grab those opportunities now and let go of the worry, of the doubt, of the fear that if you don't do the things which you want to do, if you don't work at this particular time, then your dreams won't be accomplished. What your spirit guides are telling you is to fall into faith. Do not worry, the things which you want to accomplish, they will be accomplished, but it's not the time for you right now to put all your energy into those things. It's time for you to take a small break and enjoy your surroundings. Okay, go where universe is taking you right now, because from this journey, from this trip, from this break, you will have found something which is going to help you in the next phase of your life, which is going to bring a lot of abundance, a lot of bliss, and then you'll be able to look back at this particular time and know that yeah, this was there for a reason, and it is for you. I feel like this time while you're traveling, it's also time for you to go within yourself, find those fears, look into the face of those fears, have those conversations with yourself. What are the anxieties which you have? And do sort of a have sort of a communication with yourself, have those chats with yourself, spend more time with yourself, and look within yourself and look into your own shadows and let them go. Let them go, let your fears out, and obviously take help of therapists, take help of your friends, of your family members, people who you are close to, if this is something which you don't want to do alone, if you need help. But then there is also this emphasis of doing this, of you making this journey within yourself. Okay, so again, you have to take a very active role into self healing at this particular time, but that is going to happen. And when that is done, we are moving into the next phase of your life, which is just popping with energy. Okay, I feel like from the second half of this year, from 6 months onward, energy is just picking pace. Okay, so from November onwards, the energy is just gaining momentum. Things are speeding up for you. You will see that the seeds which you are planting, they're growing so fast. It's like they're shooting up into the sky. The dreams, the plan, oh my god, the seeds which you're planting, they're growing rapidly, and they're shooting up towards the sky, and it's going to grow so fast. And that is the timeline which is meant for you, if that makes kind of sense. Like, that is when it is meant to work for you, and that will work for you because you have done this inner work on yourself at this particular time. So again, right now, I'm again going to put an emphasis that right now you have to do this inner work in order to get into this energy, because it just goes up. Okay, your trajectory, your energy just goes up from now, and you will find like a serendipity. It's, you are making a discovery, you're finding some solution to some problem which you're trying to finding. You will find that solution when you let go, when you put some distance between yourself, when you are enjoying, when you are in sync with your surrounding. And then all of a sudden, you are going to hear the sound, the call of this bird, the call of your spirit guides, and you're like, oh, okay, so I guess this is something which I should try. That is the solution to this particular thing. I'm so excited for you. I'm telling you, like, the 6 months from now, the energy just goes up and up and up, which is also why you are being asked to do this inner work at this particular time. I'm sorry if you're annoyed with me at this particular point, but this message just keeps coming and coming from your spirit guides. Okay, so again, you find a lot of happiness, you'll find that you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of creativity, and you are just shining. Okay, you are just shining. You're also becoming like a center of attraction, and people are actually taking notice of you. The things which you're doing, they're actually being noticed by the audience or the people who you want to grab the attention of. So if it's like some publisher who you want to sell your book to, people are actually taking notice of you, and you step into that energy from the second half of this year. Okay, 1 year from now, because I love that energy, you have the King of Coins and the Five of Coins. And what I feel with the Five of Coins here is that a lot of worry, a lot of doubt, a lot of fears surrounding money and security is actually falling out of your life, and you're moving into this energy of the King of Coins, where there is a lot of abundance, there's a lot of prosperity. It's like you have hit the jackpot. Okay, because again, serendipity is also about finding the strike of luck, of you suddenly finding yourself in such a lucky position, in such a blissful position, and you're like, wow, I could never expect something like this would also happen in my life. But then things, something like this has started happening in your life, and you are in that momentum. So the block, again, which you're feeling at this particular time, is here for a reason, and this is preparing you for the next phase of your life. But you need to work through that, and I'm sure that, my dear pilot, you are going to work through that, because you are going into this energy of the King of Coins. So whatever the thing is which you are creating, when you find that, when you have actually done your shadow work, you have found your contentment, your center of peace, when you're creating that thing, okay, you're creating that baby. Because the things, suppose you're for example, you're writing that book, the book is also like your baby, right? And for me, I'm producing these videos, and these videos are also like my babies, and I love them all. So when you're doing from a place, when you're creating that baby from a place where you're happy and where you're content, and you are you can feel all the bliss and abundance and happiness and prosperity around you when you create that baby from that energy. That thing is being noticed here with the Queen of Wands, and you're also stepping into your own power. You're stepping into your own creative power, and whatever you're doing at that particular time, it's being noticed. And because it is being noticed, you're getting a lot of proposals, you're getting a lot of opportunities from all over. Okay, there's a lot of people who are actually coming to you, and they're actually asking you for your product. They're actually coming to you and they're asking you for your guidance. They're actually coming to read your book. Or maybe if you're again a writer, then you'll find that a lot of publishers are actually taking notice of your book, and they're like, okay, I want to sign this book up with you. And then there's this other publisher who is also coming forward, but and now you have the choices. The choice becomes yours. Okay. Ah, what a beautiful energy. And again, with the 5 of coins here, I want to discuss this a bit, because I feel like this is one of your worries. There's this worry about financial security, which is that there's the scarcity mindset which is there present in your energy right now. But within 1 year, because of the work which you're doing, I see that worry, that fear falling away from your life. In fact, you reach this particular point where you're also, the money which you're earning, you're also sharing it with a lot of people, where before you would have thought like, okay, like like, what's the point of doing something like that, like, of sharing, or like, I'll share when I have more money. Instead, it's like you're earning $10, and then you're like, okay, I have earned $10, so let me just give this $1 to some other person who might actually find it like a big deal. Maybe it will help them a bit. And because of the sharing which you're doing, because you have come out of your lack mindset, and because you feel that you are so abundant, a lot of money, a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance is also flowing into your life. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards. This is such a beautiful energy, my dear pile. To your year, the blessings which Jupiter is bringing to you is epic. Okay, your life is going to change completely. You're going to move from the space where you feel like there is so much, like you're doing so much and nobody's taking notice of you, to a point where it's almost like you are the center of attraction. For people who are actually working in the public eye, I feel like you might also be grabbing attention of a lot of people. So let's say if you're a YouTuber, or as I was talking about, a bookseller, it's like your book actually hits the bestseller list, and like, you're sold out, and now you become the next bestseller author. And like, reels and shorts which you are creating, they're going viral. The videos which you are creating, they are being consumed. The things which you are creating, let's say you're creating candles, you are like, you're running out of your stock. Like, as soon as you restock your candles, they're selling out immediately. So you are becoming the center of attraction. Again, if you want life in the public eye, you are being noticed, you are becoming the center of attraction. And it's almost like, for a lot of you, if you want to become a celebrity, you have that energy. You're stepping into that energy where you can become this influencer, become this celebrity. Okay, you also have the peacock spirit. Oh my god, what was I telling you? I mean, if peacock is not the energy of the queen of wands, I don't know what is. Because everyone takes notice of the peacock, right? Everyone takes notice of its majestic feathers and its regal air. Like, because it's like so regal in its form, and it's so majestic. And it says, let it shine. So I definitely feel like you are moving into this energy where you're just shining. Again, overcome rhino spirit. You have overcome any obstacle, rhino spirit, and it says overcome any obstacle. So again, all the obstacles which you might be facing in your life, you are also stepping into that power where you are able to overcome all obstacles. Like, obstacles just move out of your life. You are stepping into that power, you're stepping into that energy where you're like, what obstacles? I don't see any obstacles. And you also have sandpiper spirit, be playful. Yes, okay, it makes sense. What I'm going to tell you with this, because I'm getting a very distinct message, is that it's very important for you to actually work on the law of attraction and work on getting into the flow. Because I feel like the work which you're doing right now, the thing which you want to acquire, the thing which you want to achieve in your life right now, you are doing a lot of work on those areas, but then things are not working. You're feeling that block because you're not in the flow. And what spirit is actually telling you, spirit is actually trying to guide you to the flow of life. It's like if life is a river, then life is actually pushing you to go into the flow, which is why it's also asking you to let go of the need to control everything and just flow with the energy which is coming to you at this particular time. So instead of resisting, instead of trying to make things work out of your willpower, you flow with life and trust that when the opportunity for you arrives, when the right time for you arrives, you are going to do the things which you want to do. Okay, you're going to finish that last chapter. You are going to give it that ending which it deserves when it's the right time for that story. And you're doing it from a point where you are content, where you know this is the right time for me to complete this thing because I am in the flow. So there is this big message for you on the importance of getting into the flow. Okay, then you also have solitude. Yes, you have taking risks and you have diligence. So what I feel is with the solitude is that first of all, this period where you're not working, you are being again guided to spend more time with yourself, just by yourself, because it reminds me of Buddha, like how he got his enlightenment. He didn't find his enlightenment in the crowd. So right now it's time for you to work on yourself, to work on your own spirituality, work on your own energy. Make sure that you are in the flow of the universe, as I was saying. Make sure you are in the flow of the universe because you need to be in the flow for the next phase of your life. Because when this energy comes to you, when this energy of where you have a lot of luck and abundance, and where you have a lot of focus on you, you want to be aligned. You don't want to be at that particular place, that particular timeline, and not be ready for that energy. So in order to do that, first you have to do a lot of self-reflection, do a lot of inner work and meditation, and work on aligning your own energy with your higher self, right? Work on getting into the flow. And how do you know when you're in the flow? You will know because you will feel this inner peace and inner calm, and you will come to a place where you can trust the universe that yes, every obstacle which universe is putting on my way, it's not against me. The universe is working with me, and I'm working with the universe. It's almost like you're harnessing the power of the universe to see your dreams into reality. And that is one of the secrets which your spirit guides wanted you to know, and that is something which you are meant to discover. Something will click when you are spending this time alone, and when it clicks, everything falls into place. It's like the jigsaw puzzle is solved. The missing ingredient which you are trying to find is suddenly there, and you are like, that, right? You have discovered penicillin of your own. Then you have taking risks. Again, this is for the second period of your second phase of this transit. So let's say from 3 months to about 9 months, because energy is not constant, it's fluid in nature. So I always give it like 3 months, give or take, right? So it's at its peak at the 6 month mark, but then also 3 months to 9 months. I hope that made sense. So you have taking risks. So at that particular time, spirit is telling you that you have to be ready to take a lot of risk. You have to be ready to trust your own instincts, to trust your own inner knowing, to trust your own inner calling, your own inner judgment. Because again, if you do not take risks, how do you succeed without taking risks? Nobody has become successful without taking risk, and that phase is also going to come to your life in the second half of this particular transit, right? So it's like when you're taking risks, when you're putting yourself out there and you are daring to be who you are, you're also taking a risk, right? You're also making yourself vulnerable to others' opinions, to others' judgment. But because you have found the center, because you have found your own inner peace, you have found your own inner calm, others' opinions, they won't matter to you. What others are telling you to do, others are telling you to play safe, that won't even matter to you, because you will know exactly the direction you need to head towards for your own good. And with diligence, which is the card, which the energy which you have at the end of the year, so I feel like from the taking risk, you see there is again two flying birds in both these cards. And you also have the Sandpiper spirit, and again it says be playful. So you have to there is this energy of going with the flow, but then at the same time, with diligence, you are pruning, you're working on your work, you're working on your goals with diligence. It's not about taking a risk today and then forgetting all about it tomorrow. If something doesn't work, that's fine. I do not take it as a setback. I just take it as a message that something else can be done to make this thing better. How can I improve my own work? How can I improve my own skills? What can I do in order to enhance my own skills? Because you don't want to be stuck in the previous energy. You want to be able to move with the flow of life. Okay? And you also have crossing bridges is time for healing, connecting, and mending and releasing. So this is the energy which is available to you right now, and it's telling you to cross bridges. It's time for you to heal, connect, mend, and release. So basically, why I have pulled different cards is to see if any additional message wants to come forward. Then you also have embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness, and isn't this the Queen of Wands energy? And you have staying focused, hold the course. Okay, so in this trajectory, starting with Jupiter moving into your house of Taurus. So I feel like for a lot of you, you might actually have Taurus in your rising or on your midheaven, or maybe either of the angles. So first house, seventh house, 10th house, and what am I missing? Fourth house, right? Those four angles, you have your Jupiter there. So this is why it's bringing you a lot of abundance, it's bringing you a lot of prosperity. And with the butterfly here, I'm seeing that huge transformation is happening with your energy. I mean, I've said that before. So again, crossing bridges is time for you to heal at this particular time. And then when you have done that work on yourself, when you have looked into your shadows, when you've done the healing, when you've done the shadow work, you will move into this energy where there's a lot of enthusiasm, there's a lot of happiness, and you are in alignment, and you are taking in all the signs and synchronicities which are all around you. Again, this is another message where Spirit is telling you is that first you need to do the shadow work. That is without a doubt. First, you have to look within yourself, find your own center, find your own calm. So maybe for some of you, that can be achieved through traveling. Maybe for some of you, it's traveling to the inner worlds. Yes, because again, we also make journeys to the inner worlds. It might not be just traveling in the physical sense, and also traveling in the inner worlds, raising your own spiritual powers, and you're working on your own spirituality, increasing your own spirituality and raising your own vibration, getting into the flow. Because when you get into the flow, you will find that a lot of synchronicities and things are just lining up. The magic which I was talking about, magic is just happening. Your life is being surrounded with magic, and at the 1 year mark, you will have reached this amazing place where there's this bliss, there is a lot of contentment, and then you have actually created a beautiful world for yourself. The seeds which you're planting, it will have created a beautiful world 1 year from now. That is May of 2024. And at that time, you just need to stay focused. Also stay focused on that end goal where you want to be. So even when you are not working on that constantly, at least have the end goal in your mind, that is where I want to reach. So it's not about giving up. It's just about you taking a small break before you can get there. You also have gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. Yes, the answer lies within you. So the answer which you're seeking is not outside, it's actually within you. Then you have morning, the world awaits you. Love that. And you also have the sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. You know what I feel like with the sun card? It's telling you that you have the power, you have the ability to be your own sun, and you don't need that light. Like, you are not anyone's moon, you're not the moon, and you don't need anyone else's light to shine. Paint the sun in your own sky. You are the sun in your own sky, and you have to find that light within yourself, which is again the inner work which everyone was talking about. And like, yeah, this is a moon card, but you can see there is a sort of resemblance with all the moons here. Like, even the sun looks like that moon, right? So maybe this moon is actually telling you to go within yourself and then find that sun within yourself, find that ray of light within yourself. What is it that you are urging to create? What is it that you want to create? Because if that sun, if that energy is not, if that vibration, if this enthusiasm, if that call is not coming from within you, if you're just doing it to prove something to others, you living for others, it's not you living for yourself. If you had to live for yourself, Spirit is telling you that you have to live for yourself. So paint the sun in your sky. You're the sun in your sky, so take the power in your own hand. Do not wait for anyone else to acknowledge you. First, acknowledge yourself, because when you do that, when you acknowledge yourself, you're stepping into your power, and then things just naturally fall into place. When you're doing things, you're just being noticed. People are paying attention because you are shining and you are radiating like the sun. Okay, then for the final card you have, I now hold the key to creating my every desire. So this is the final affirmation card which I was pulling for you, and it says, it is not possible to consistently feel positive emotion about something and have it turn out badly, for the way you feel will tell you if you're allowing your natural well-being or not. Once you understand that the way you feel indicates your level of allowing or resisting, you now hold the key to creating everything you desire. So I'm just going to put it on the screen. So if you'd like to take a screenshot, go ahead and maybe spend some time reflecting on that. But I'm telling you what it means, according to me, is that it is not possible to feel constantly positive emotion about something and have it turn out badly. Now, obviously, it's not about delusion. It's not talking about deluding yourself that, okay, that person loves me, where they might not even know about your existence. It talks about your dreams and your visions and feeling good about creating something, right? You see how it also talks about creating my every desire. Again, the desire comes from within you. It comes when you have found the sun within you. And you, the key to you creating the life of your desire lies within you. So if you're feeling constantly good about something, it is not possible that life will only give you lemons, because then even if life is giving you lemons, you'll be like, okay, life gave me these lemons, now what can I do with these lemons? Maybe I can make some lemonade with these lemons and sell the lemonades. Maybe I can plant some seeds, and maybe I can also make a, I don't know, scrub and scrub my elbows or something. Like, I'm going to utilize whatever life is giving me, because I know everything is always moving for my ultimate happiness, for my best outcome, and everything is in the flow, and I'm in the flow of the universe. So it's you getting into the flow of the universe, which is again the message which is for you. That the first thing, things are magical for you. Okay, this transit is going to bring magic into your life, and I know your reading has probably gone on for too long, but well, I mean, it was worth it. You deserved it, my dear group 2. Okay, so but your spirit guides are telling you that things are going to fall into place for you. You're going to reach immense heights. You're going to have the life of your dreams. You're going to be able to achieve all that you're dreaming of. But in order for you, the key to you living that life of your dreams, the key to you harnessing this power of the Jupiter, which Jupiter is bringing into your life at this particular moment, first you have to work on getting into the flow. Because when you do that, you'll find that you have understood how to work with the energy of the universe, and you have cracked the code, and now you know how to utilize the energy of the universe in your best to co-create with the universe. So it's not like you're creating against the universe, you're creating with the universe, and you're harnessing the power of the universe to create the life of your dreams. I hope that made sense. So that, my dear pile 2, was your reading. If you like this video, if this resonated with you, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. I'm so excited for you. Keep going. Know that you are going to succeed. You have a unique light. And that deserves to see the light of the day. Okay, and that will see the light of the day. Do not let fear, do not let self-doubt hold you back, because your dream, your vision is meant to come out. It is worth it. Okay, so start believing in yourself, because we do. Your spirit guides do. The question is, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your own skills? And are you ready to take a gamble on yourself? Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello group 3, welcome to your reading, to the pile preparation of your reading. If you'd like to skip on to the pile, to the reading part of this video, the timestamp for that will be given in the description below. So if you'd like to stick on, and for this part, welcome to it, because I feel the reason I started incorporating these in my videos is that because I feel this really helps, one, us to sync our energies to the reading, to the energy of the pile. So if you're watching this, your energy is also being assimilated into this pile preparation. Okay, so blessings and abundance coming to group 3. Wow, you already have 3 cards. Okay, that was fast. Blessings and abundance coming to group 3. 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 And blessings and abundance coming to group 3. So we have your oracle cards. Let us quickly get into your tarot cards. Okay, so we are using 2 tarot decks for today's reading. And I'm going to mention this in the reading is that we are going to break this reading up in 2 parts. So basically, we are 3 parts, sorry. So we are going to take a look at the energies which are available to your group at this particular time. Then we are going to take a look at the energies which are available to your group 6 months from now. And then we are going to take a look at the final energies. How have your energies changed 1 year from now? Okay, how have you changed as a result of this particular transit 1 year from now? Okay, so energies, abundance, bliss, and opportunities. Blessings and opportunities coming to group 3. Blessings and opportunities coming for group 3. Blessings and opportunities coming for group 3. Yeah. Blessings and abundance coming for group 3. 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 Okay, you have all your cards ready. Let's start your reading. Okay, so group 3, you have the card of the flexible, and it is number 19. And you also have the pyrite crystal. So something interesting which happened during the pile preparation process was that initially I had chosen the turquoise crystal for your group, and I had chosen the pyrite crystal for group 2. But when I was laying down the crystals, the crystals got exchanged, and I feel like that might have some meaning to you, in particular to your group, in particular because this didn't come up in the reading for group 2. They had a completely different message. So if you were pulled to group 2, this is just a sign. Maybe go check that out. Again, to keep in mind that these are generalized readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. So you have the Ace of Swords. You have the Nine of Cups. Love that. Wow. You have the Knight of Coins. You have the Queen of Wands. Oh my god, group 2 also had the Queen of Wands at the same placement. You have the Two of Swords. You have the Seven of Wands. You have 5 of Pentacles. You have the Emperor. You have the 5 of Cups. You have the Queen of Swords. 2 Queens. You have the King of Cups. Damn. You also have Temperance. So as I was saying during the piles preparation of this particular reading is that I'm breaking the reading up in 3 parts. So first we're going to take a look at the energy which is available to you right now, and it is these 4 cards right here. And then we are going to look at the energies which are available to you, the blessings and the opportunities which are coming to you 6 months from now. So these are these 4 cards in the middle, and then the energies which are available to you 1 year from now, at the end of this year. Okay, so with that, let's start your reading. First of all, you have the card of flexible, and what this is telling me is that you need to learn how to be flexible. Like, this is a very important message which is coming for you, and it is that you have to learn how to go with the flow of things. Okay, like, yeah, we have our dreams and our visions and we have a purpose, but then when life is pushing us in a certain way, we have to follow that particular direction. We don't fight that, flow. We actually go with the flow. We become like the river and we go with the flow, because I mean, it's that is the natural state of life. Nothing ever stays the same. Things change all the time, and we also have to change with time. We have to change, we have to adapt with time. So you have this very important message of learning how to be flexible. Maybe in your life, so I'm definitely getting the energy of fixed placements. So maybe you are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, or maybe you have some prominent placements in those signs. But I'm definitely getting with the flexible card here is that this is a very important message. This is a very important lesson which you are incorporating in this cycle of your life, and this is something which you are asked to incorporate by your spirit guides. That when we are staying too fixed, too stuck in our ways, then we are not evolving, we are not changing, and our energy is not moving, our energy is not shifting. Instead, we need to move, we need to change, we need to learn how to adapt with time, because when we do that, we'll find that we have caught up with the changes of our time. And change is the only thing which is constant in this life, right? Nothing ever stays the same. Things change. And what I'm feeling with this first four cards here, you have a lot of bliss, you have a lot of abundance in your life right now. But then at the same time, I feel like there is this thought that my life is so good at this particular time. I have everything which I can ask for. So I'm afraid what's next. I'm afraid to be too happy. I'm afraid to be too fulfilled. I'm afraid of what comes next, because I have learned in my own life that after every up, there is this down phase. After every happy period, there is this sad period, and the more happy I am at a particular time, I am more sad at the next particular phase of my life. And what your spirit guides are telling you is that is a lack mentality, that is a lack mindset. And just because that has been your reality, that is something which you have experienced in your life, because they're saying, yeah, I know you have experienced that in your life, and it's not without basis, because you have gone through those things, you have been through those periods of up, and then you have felt that you're falling and things are just changing in your life, and you don't, like, things never stay the same. So when you're happy, you're afraid, like, are tears next? If should I laugh so much? Because the more I laugh, maybe the more tears I have to shed. So what your spirit guides are telling you, that is, this is a lack mentality, okay? So whenever life becomes better for you, when you are at such a blissful period of your life, instead of thinking about, do I deserve to be this happy? Should I be this happy? Should I really express the joy to my heart's contentment? Because I'm afraid of what comes next. I'm afraid to be too happy, because what if there is more sadness which is waiting for me on the other side of this page? Instead of thinking about all that, you be present in this moment. You be present at this particular time, where there's so much of abundance, there's so much of bliss, there's so much of happiness all around you. Rejoice in what you have at this particular time, and know that it only gets better. It only gets better, because you're learning, you're evolving at this you're evolving all the time. And just because you have had to encounter certain heartbreaks, certain down periods after certain up periods in the past, that does not mean that they will repeat in the same way, because you are changing. And now the down periods which would have struck you down, which would have made you feel so low, made you feel so drained, made you feel so devastated in the past, you have more power to take control of those things and change the narrative of your own life. You have the control at this particular time. You're no longer at the mercy of your emotions, you're no longer at the mercy of your life. It's you have the control over your life. You have the authority, you have the control over your life, and that is why you have the message of being flexible. Okay, so it's like obviously you are at this place in your life right now where a lot of wishes are being fulfilled at this particular time. So you'll find that a lot of things are coming into fulfillment. Your wishes are coming true. Opportunities are appearing for you out of the blue. And I feel like for some of you, you are experiencing this deep relationship healing, and you are so close with your partner, and like there is so much of love and abundance all around you. So it almost feels like there is this thought which is happening below the surface of what's next. I'm afraid to be too happy because what's next? But what your spirit guides are telling you is that because be as happy as you can be. Not because there's something bad which is on the horizon, because there is nothing bad in the horizon. And yeah, after each up we also come down, our energy drops, because there is also all those karmic lessons, those things which we also have to learn. But then when our energies are up, when our energies are at the top, the karmic lessons which come, even they are transformed, right? And you didn't know this before, which is why you had to suffer in the past. But now with your life experiences, and because of where you are at this particular point where you can take the control of the narrative of your life, you can actually change how the emotions happen in your life. And I can see this with the 5 of cups here, that you are actually doing a lot of cutting off, you're doing a lot of shedding of people, of energies, of things which you no longer want in your life. Where previously you would have been scared to cut off some relationships, like, okay, I mean, yeah, I don't like hanging out with them. I don't like hanging out with my friends, but I guess I'll just go hang out with them, because otherwise they'll judge me. They will think bad things about me, and they will think I'm antisocial and I'm too selfish and all that. So I'll go hang out with them even though I don't like that at all. And you are moving into the spirit of your life like 6 months from now. First of all, you're stepping into your power, and because of that, you are cutting off a lot of ties. You're cutting off a lot of people from your life who are always seeding you with those self-doubt, who are always telling you you're not good enough, you don't deserve to dream that big. You are actually taking the narrative, you're taking the control of your life, and you're like, it's my life, I decide where I want to go. And because of that, because of this energy which you're stepping into in the second phase of this year, from 3 months to the 9 months period of this year, of this Taurus transit, you are actually reaching the space where you have become the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is like always calm. Despite what's happening all around you, you are able to find this inner peace, you're able to find this inner calm, where no matter, like you might be sitting out and it might even be like it's raining on top of you, like it's raining heavily and you are soaked to your skin, and nothing is working in your favor. But because of that happiness, because of that bliss which you have learned to absorb, which you have learned to keep in your life, and because of the center of peace, and because of the power that you have stepped into, and because of you coming into your power, because of that inner peace, because of that self-love, because of taking the control in your own hand, you are finding that despite what happens around you, your surroundings might change, but that inner bliss, that inner peace, that inner happiness, that joy never goes away. Things may come and things may go, but your energy it just goes up, 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 and up. Wow. Okay. Also, how I was getting like choked on in the middle of this statement. So I feel like a lot of you are also afraid of voicing your own thoughts, voicing your own opinion, voicing what you feel, because you feel you'll be judged, you feel you will be cancelled for that. Like, yeah, in today's social communities, and the communities which we have, there's a lot of gatekeeping, and there is the cancel culture. Don't even get me started on that. Well, I get that, but how is it different from just, well, don't even get me into that. I'm sorry for even bringing that up. But because what I feel is that this cancel cultures are just operating from hatred. Okay, there's a lot of hate. Like, they're not operating out of a place of love, they're operating from a space of hate. Because if they were operating from a place of love, the energy would be a lot different. And it's the energy which I have a problem with. It's not, I'm not talking about cancel culture. I'm not talking about, oh, some person got cancelled. Like, I get it, but then where is the compassion? Where is the forgiveness? Where is the self-love? And where is the love? Because if there is hatred, which if we are so concerned with how others think and others behave, it also means that there are those uncomfortable things within us that we feel that, okay, if there is an opinion, if there is a statement which does not align with my statement, I cannot tolerate them, they cannot be in my space, so I'll just cancel them out. I mean, it's a big space, it's a big world. Let them be in their space. Of course, unless someone is really problematic, but then I have seen people getting cancelled for trying to, I don't know, like for very stupid reasons. And I don't even remember all those things, but when I came across that, I was like, that's so stupid. And it's just full of hatred and anger and rage. I mean, like, it's not a loving energy. The cancel culture, like, I'm trying to protect something, but then the love of the thing which I'm trying to protect is not there. It's operating because, oh, I hate that you are doing that. So it's the energy which I have a problem with. It's fine. I have to say what I have to say, and this comes out in your reading. I have to say that. So again, I feel like there is this block of the throat chakra, which is also happening here in your particular pile. There are a lot of things which you want to express, but then there is this self-doubt. There is this fear of expression, that if I express myself, if I express my opinions, if I express my feelings, I'll be cancelled. People won't listen to me. People will feel like I am trying to act all high and mighty where I am not, and it's just my own opinion. So you're just staying a lot quiet. But with this transit, I feel like you're stepping more into your power. You are actually letting yourself be seen as you want to be seen. You're wearing the colors which you want to wear. You're showing up as you want to be, and you're not afraid of anyone's judgment, because you are moving into the space of self-acceptance, where you're stepping into this power, not because you have to prove something to the world, because you have found that inner peace and you have found that inner calm within yourself. Like, yeah, I like wearing baggy jeans, so if someone says that baggy jeans doesn't look good on me, screw them, because this is me. I love wearing white. So if everyone says, like, why are you even wearing white, that is so stupid because it will just get dirty, I love that is my color, so I'll wear it because it makes me feel good. You're stepping into that sort of power, because where you're taking the decisions in your life out of love for yourself, out of your own power, and out of your own inner knowing, and out of your own peace. And not because you have to prove anything to anyone, but because you have stepped into that power where you can just move without having to prove anything to anyone. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards. You have the Sandpiper Spirit, and it says, be playful. Life doesn't have to be taken so seriously. We also need to learn how to lighten up, how to have fun, how to flow with life, how to ease with life, how to move with life, how to dance with life. So embrace that flow. Be playful, have fun, hop, dance, sing, do the things which you want to do. Don't stop yourself out of the fear of being judged, out of not having that tomorrow. Don't stop yourself from feeling happy, from feeling at the top of the world, just because you're afraid, like, oh, I'll just come down anyway, so what's even the point? Or being afraid that, okay, if I'm too happy today, it means less of that tomorrow, more of sorrow tomorrow. It does not mean that. Your spirit guides are telling you it only gets better and better and better. Your energy is only going to move up. And yeah, some of those karmic lessons will also come up on the way, but because your energy, you are at a higher vibration, the lessons will be learned much easier. You will be able to move at a much easier pace and a much smoother pace. It will be easier for you to cope. Like, if my energy is down low, then the karmic lessons which are coming to me, it's a struggle for me to cope with the lessons, to understand the lessons, to be able to let go of the things which I know I need to let go of, because I'm afraid, because my energy is low, and I feel like if I let go of some of those things, then I'm going to drown. But when your energy is at its peak, it's like you have that bubble of that life jacket around you and you're floating there. And even when life lessons are coming to you and you're being asked to let go of certain things, you're like, yeah, I mean, I get why I have to let go of that, so I'll just let go of that. Like I was just talking to my husband the other day about my addiction with Coca-Cola. So I love soda, I love drinking Coke, and so I just had this addiction, and I was like, okay, I have to stop. I have to stop drinking Coca-Cola because I have this addiction, and I know I have to stop myself from ever drinking it again. And then I realized that it is not about Coca-Cola. It is about the addiction. Coca-Cola is not the problem. My addiction to it is the problem. So instead of letting go of the Coke, I can just let go of my addiction. I can just say, I'm no longer addicted. I let go of my addiction. So whether I'm getting Coke or not on a daily basis, it does not even make it, it doesn't even matter to me anymore. So instead of trying to move away from that particular thing, which I know is not good for me, I let go of the problem in the first place. So here in my case, it was addiction. I was like, okay, why am I even giving it the power by calling it addiction? Like, okay, I'm addicted to this thing. I can never let go of this thing. Because when I'm saying I'm addicted to something, it means that I don't have the power to let go of that thing. But when I realize that it's my addiction, so I can just let go of the addiction. That could happen because I was doing a lot of self work, and I feel like all the energy which I put into my own realization, coming into oneness with myself, and some of the lessons which I learned in the last few months, which is why even though it was like a down, like the last 2 weeks, they were like a down period for me for multiple reasons. And even though it was a down period, I knew I would get over that because I mean, like, how long can it last? My energy is up there, so nothing can keep me down for too long. So it's the same thing is happening for you. You are stepping into that power where this is no longer your fear. This stops from being your fear, and your spirit guides are telling you to embrace the joy, embrace the positive things, the things which you need more of in your life, instead of feeling like, okay, I don't know if I can, you know, I mean, like, I'm afraid of being so happy in my life at this particular moment because I'm afraid of what comes next. Instead of thinking about that, you say, I will be as happy. I am at the top of my world. I'm on the seventh cloud. I'm on the ninth cloud. I'm on the 11th cloud. I'm the happiest I have ever been. And it doesn't mean that tomorrow you're going to drop to the bottom of the hell's pit, right? It doesn't mean that. Even if something disturbing comes your way, it will be easier for you to let go of that because your vibration is up. So even though it is trying to drag you down, you'll be like, I can't go as low as that. Like, my vibration is not going to go as low as that because I know the things which I have realized, the joy which I can feel in my own heart won't let me go down to the bottom of the pit, bottom of hell's pit, because I know, because of the joy which I have embraced, that I'll be able to get back up. And it only gets better and better and better. And even the hard lessons in my life get easier and easier and easier. So they're like the hard times, the difficult times in my life are also getting easier. With every peak which I'm experiencing, everything is getting easier. It's easier for me to bring more joy into my life. And it's also easier for me to recover, to move into the energy of peace, the energy of love. Okay? Then you have the hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. And you also have the rapid spirit. Now is the lucky time. So I love that for you. Definitely. Okay. So I have the hawk spirit right here, and I want to read it out to you. Okay, so it says, hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide. And it says, flying high above the landscape, the hawk sees both the big picture and the small details, observes the rain and the pond as well as the cloud, and doesn't miss anything. When hawk spirit arrives, you are called to pay close attention to messages from spirit that can appear anywhere in any form. Listen to your intuition and keep your eyes open for synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences. Hawk spirit asks you not to dismiss the signs that spirit is sending to guide you. Have you been hearing the same word or song, or coming across the same symbol here, there, and in the strangest places? Perhaps you hear a song on the radio with just the right lyric pertaining to your query, or you begin to notice uncanny billboards, license plates, or other places where repetitive numbers or words show up for you to notice. Pay attention to the animals that appear for you and connect with their symbolism. Spirit wants to communicate and reaches out again and again. When Hawk Spirit appears, it is a sign to listen. Okay? So again, with the Hawk Spirit, Spirit is telling you to take note of your of signs and synchronicities all around you, because Spirit is actually trying to communicate with you, and that can be through songs, that can be through numbers, that can be through some symbol or some animals. Maybe you're seeing a particular animal showing up again and again, so it could be like you're seeing bees everywhere or you're seeing flies everywhere. So when you do that, where something is happening repeatedly in your life, it almost always is a message from your spirit guides. So take that break and look up the spiritual meaning of those animals. Like with the hawk spirit, I have never worked with the hawk spirit because she has never showed up for me, which is why I just decided to pull the book and read the message out from the book. But the hawk spirit is definitely saying, like, they are actually, your spirit guides are communicating with you through signs, synchronicities. Change is abound. Okay, there are some changes which are happening even as we speak. You are in the midst of certain change, because if you add 3 and 2 up, it becomes 5, and 5 is the number of change. And but if you have been seeing 5555 constantly all around you, or multiple fives around you, number plates, phone numbers, or maybe you just get bills and the bills have triple fives on them, then your spirit guides are telling you something has to go, something has to change. But again, this is just one example, because even here with the 5 and a 1, 6, 6 is again the sign of success, which you're not like the number of success. It's about success, recognition, things which you are not expecting. So it's almost like a sudden surprise. It's like, okay, out of the blue surprise, something which you are not expecting. Okay, that sort of energy. Then you have the rabbit spirit, and it says now is a lucky time. Now rabbits, they are actually very prosperous. They are a sign of prosperity and abundance, right? And because rabbits actually reproduce very fast, and wherever there is one, there are multiple. They're almost like rats and rodents, where they just produce so much of progeny. And with the rabbit spirit, it says now is a lucky time. So there is this abundance, there is this bliss, and there is a plenty which is just surrounding you 1 year from now. But you're moving into that energy. So while you're moving into that energy, you also have to trust that this is the energy which is coming to you. So it's almost like this energy might be there 1 year from now, but this energy has started moving into your life. And because of the stepping into your own power, coming into your own self, you'll be able to get to this energy at a much faster rate. You have fulfillment. Wow, love that. So your dreams, your ideas, your visions are definitely being fulfilled at this particular time. And there's a lot of fulfillment, there's a lot of abundance, there's a lot of gifts and opportunities which are coming to you. Definitely take the time to appreciate, send gratitude for all the bliss and the blessings and the abundance which you have in your life right now. Absorb that energy. Express gratitude to the fullest to the universe. Say that express your gratitude every day. Even you can even make a list of with all the things which you're grateful for to the universe, because whatever you emphasize on, that grows. With the rabbit spirit, I'm definitely getting the energy that whatever you emphasize on at this particular time, wherever you focus your energy into, the direction you focus your energy into at this particular time, that grows, that expands, because you also have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords here. And they are the Queen of Wands is a queen who is very passionate. Okay, she is the master creator, and she can give form to her dreams, to her creative pursuits, to her passions. And this is something which is coming from your heart. This is something which is created out of, this is like a baby which comes from your heart and your soul. And the Queen of Swords is very clear. She's very perceptive. She has the clarity, and she communicates with authority, and she communicates with clarity. So when she says, like, she's also very logical, she's also very rational, but not to the point where she is ruthless. Okay, she has, because with the King of Cups, it's definitely telling me that you are very much aligned to the universe. You're very much aligned to your higher self, and this is sort of also the message which is coming from your higher self about balance, because you are moving into the stage of balance. So remember, like when you're communicating, okay, you're communicating your truth, but at the same time you don't have to hurt others' feelings, because yeah, while their feelings, my cats are playing all over my room, so I'm sorry if that noise is disturbing you. Synchronicity, right? Because I was just talking about communicating your truth, but then making sure that you're not hurting the other person by the way you're communicating, while you are always encouraged to communicate what you need to communicate. If you feel oppressed, if you feel deprived, if you feel that someone is taking advantage of you, communicate. But then do not communicate with hatred. If something is not working for you, feel free to walk away. Feel free to say, this is not working for me, so if this is what you are offering to me, that's not going to be good enough for me, and you just walk away from there, instead of saying that, oh, you are this horrible person, you will never be good enough for anyone, you'll never find joy, you'll never find success. So instead of like deviating your energy, instead of diverting your energy into those things, you communicate from a space of feeling, from a space of compassion. If while it hurts to be the bigger person, there's this message for you to take the high road, to do the thing, to take the high road, to because when you're falling, when you are falling down to their level, to reply, to give them a response back at their energy, what is happening is that you're also dropping your own energy, which is again, I guess I guess why you have the Seven of Wands here and the Temperance here, because it's telling you the importance of balance, that there is this importance of balance which you need to create in your own life. Fighting all the fights will just drain you of your energy, and you'll find that you have no more energy left to put into the things where you need to put your energy into, because you're so busy fighting the fights which are not even your fights. You're like, okay, I'm drained, I can't do this now, I don't have the energy to do the things which I want to do. So instead of fighting the fights which are not your fight, you just walk away from those fights. You are like, okay, that might be your reality, that might be what you feel, but that is not my reality, and that is not what I feel, and I feel like this is not the direction, this is not something which I can agree upon. And while I can give you my reason and I can give you my opinion, I can't convince you. So I have given you my reason, and these are my reasons, and that is why this is not working for me, and that is why I am willing, I am ready to walk away. I know that I don't have to stay in a space which is just draining my energy, which is just dragging me down, because I deserve better, and I know that all the fights are not even worth it. Some fights are definitely worth it, but then also walk away from the fights which are not worth it. Like, let's say you want to pursue, you have this dream which you want to pursue, and there are these dreams, there are these goals which you want to pursue, and then everyone around you is like, oh no, how, like, that seems like a, that almost sounds like a miracle, like that never happens in realities, like come out of the movies, you cannot live in the movies, those things don't happen in reality. So instead of trying to convince them that this is something which you feel called to do, you just walk away. You can be like, okay, I hear you, but this is what I need to do for myself, and I can't, this is what I have to do for my own feelings. If you don't agree with me, that's fine with me as well. If you agree with me, that's fine with me as well. But but you're not the person who I have to prove anything to, because I know where I stand. I know my own power, and I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I just have to stand up for me and be the person who I want to be, for me, not for anyone else. And when I do that, when I step into my power, I know the right people will come into my life. I know the wrong people will fall out of my life, and I'll even cut off the relationships which are not working for me. I'll even walk away from the people who are just draining my energy, and I'll put them at an arm's distance, even if I don't want to cut them out. Because again, remember the virtue of kindness, okay? Just because you have to cut someone else out of your life doesn't mean that you have to be rude about it. I don't know why I'm getting this message, right? You don't have to be rude about it, because your energy is at a higher level. You are more enlightened. You are more awakened as a spirit than those people are. So it doesn't serve your purpose to strike them down with your words. Instead, walk away. Speak with kindness. It's like how we are speaking to a child. Like, let's say if a child does some shoplifting, right? Maybe the child goes and picks something up from the shop which it is not supposed to. Obviously, we won't start yelling at the child. We will start to try to explain, and we will speak with at it. We'll speak to the child with a lot of gentleness, with a lot of kindness from our heart, because we know that the child doesn't know better. And so, even though the people in your life might be adults, but that doesn't mean that they have awakened or they have that sort of awareness where they can understand where you're coming from. So you don't have to prove your worth to anyone. You just have to prove your worth to yourself and not to anyone. So you don't have to fight all the fights. Some fights are better left unfought and just walk away. And also treat those people who don't understand with kindness, because you don't have to get down to their energy. You can never think big. You can never think out of the box. You'll always be stuck where you are. You don't have to do all that. All you have to do is just walk away. Say, okay, that's what you feel. This is what I feel, and I'm going to do what I feel because I know that is the best for myself. You also have opportunity. Love that. So a lot of opportunities will also be opening up for you, and that is something which I said in the very beginning of the reading, if you remember. And you also have solitude. Yes. So with this card of solitude, what I feel is actually happening for you is that this is where you're stepping into your power. Actually, group 2 also got this card, which is again very interesting, because I feel like you will step into this space where you realize, okay, you don't have to do anything to prove anything to anyone. Your dreams are not you don't have to achieve your dreams in order for you to prove to others that they can be achieved. You are doing the things which you want to do because that is your calling, and not because that is something which you need to prove to anyone. And I guess that is why I was talking about the cancel culture in the very beginning of the video, like how that culture is very much about promoting the hatred. It's not doing the canceling out of love for the thing, is doing it that out of hatred. And that is just that energy in cancel culture, like, okay, I'm going to drag you down because, well, you don't deserve to breathe here, be in the same space as me. So I feel like you will be spending a lot of time or some time in solitude, where you will be actually taking the high road, and you'll be like, okay, fine, I'm fine working by myself for myself, and it's okay. I don't have to create anything for myself. Sorry, I don't have to prove anything to others, because I know my worth and I know my value. You have distant thunder, clear the air. You have ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Love that. You also have stepping into power. You're strong beyond measure. What was I telling you? So you're definitely stepping into your power. You are ascending the mountain, keep going forward. You're going up, as I said before, like your vibration is going up. You are on this upward journey, and that is why you don't have to indulge. You don't have to get yourself caught up in all the fights. Some fights are worth fighting, some are not. So it's time for you to ascertain which fights are worth fighting and which are not. Because if someone is not ready to listen to you, someone is not ready to listen to your wisdom, if, like, let's say there is this particular person in your life and they're constantly asking you for your advice, and you're giving them your advice because you love them and you want the best for them, but then they're just not willing to listen, then it's okay. It's okay. It's their reality, and this is just the journey. This is just the lesson which they have to learn for themselves. You cannot make them learn the lessons which you have learned. And again, as I said, not all fights are worth fighting. Your energy is going up. Focus on that. Focus on yourself. Do not focus on the entirety around you. Do not focus on the population around you, because you'll find that the higher you go, the higher your vibration goes, the higher your energy goes, a lot of people are actually falling away from your life. A lot of people are actually moving out of your life, and you're no longer, and new people who are more in sync with your energy, they're coming into your life. Okay. And you also have distant thunder, clear the air. You know what this card is reminding me of is the Tower card in tarot. Okay. And it talks about changes, it talks about things changing, and towers dropping and towers breaking, and you stepping into this new phase of your life. And with this particular card, with distant thunder, clear the air, I'm definitely feeling that, like, when the storm blows, right, when the storm comes, the dried leaves, lot of junk, lot of clutter all around are also lifted into the air, and they're brought to the surface, so that they are no longer trapped and they are over, so that when the storm is out, we can actually clear those things out. So I feel like for you, it's almost the same thing is going to happen. You'll find that there are certain things, there are certain emotions, there are certain feelings, there are certain regrets which are surfacing, which are coming out in this period, okay, over the next year. So whatever is coming to the surface at this particular time, know that this is something which you have to look at. It's not something which you have to avoid. The uncomfortable things which are coming to the surface, they have to be acknowledged, they have to be looked at, and they have to be cleared. Because if you're holding on to regret, if you're holding on to anger, if you're holding on to resentment, that does not help us, that doesn't work in our favor of elevating our energy. It only brings us down. So whatever's coming to the surface, all the uncomfortable feelings, all the uncomfortable emotions, work on clearing them out of your life, okay? Then you have raindrops, take a chance on them all. So I got 2 messages instantly. So take a chance on them. First of all, take a chance on your dreams, take a chance on your goals, dream wild. Dream your wildest dreams, because everything which you can dream, they can be created. And also take a chance on them, like if they're, because again, this is a generalized reading, so I'm going to give both the examples. Take a chance on them if there are people who are actually coming to you and they say that they want to connect with you, they like you, and they would like to date you, or they would like to hang out with you. Take a chance on them. Don't just block people out of how they might appear or how you might perceive them to be at the first glance. Do not let your judgment get in the way. Take a chance. If things work, they work. If they don't, you'll have learned a lesson. Because every person who comes into our life has a deeper role to play. They have a lesson to give us, okay? Then you also have confidence. It comes with time and practice. Okay, and you also have mirror, treat your body like a palace it is. Love that. You see how even this card is adding up to a 5, so there is definitely change which is on the horizon. I feel like you're definitely moving from one place to the next, because as you can see, this person here is on a bus. They are going from one location to the next. So I feel like you're definitely stepping into this new phase of your life, this new place of your life, where you're taking a chance on yourself, you're taking a chance on your goals, you're taking a chance of your dreams, and you're treating yourself, you're treating your dreams and ambitions and visions and goals with the love and the nurture that they deserve. Not because you want to prove things to others but because they deserve to see the light of the day. And it's not for others, it is for yourself. It is that sort of energy, and because you're doing that, you'll find a lot of bliss, abundance, and luck is coming to you. Like, come on, life is going to turn so magical for you. So you have 2 cards. All right, so these are the final cards which I'm drawing today, because I realize this reading has already gone on for too long. So if you have made it to the end of the video, leave the emoji of a bus so that I know. Thank you for watching. I'm so grateful. Anyway, we're not done. So it says, my financial decline will not elevate the impoverished. Wasn't I telling you something about this? I think that was group 2 where this message came out. Again, I'm telling you, those 2 groups, group 3 and group 2, they're linked. So if you'd like to check it out, I know these readings are long, to feel free to check it out. Okay, so it says, you cannot get poor enough to help impoverished people thrive. It is only in thriving that you have anything to offer anyone. If you want to be of help to others, be as tapped in, tuned in, and turned on as you can possibly be. Again, this is talking about you enjoying your life at its fullest, okay? Because if you're living constantly in that poverty mindset, in that mindset where I don't have enough, I don't deserve to be happy, because there are so many people who are suffering, and I have so, like, good things are only going to bring the bad things. Like, you're not serving anyone by holding on to those thoughts, okay? Your financial decline, or your decline in any sense, your spiritual decline, you're starving yourself because there is not enough in the world, or you're not feeling the love that is around you because there is so much of sadness all around you, does not help anyone else. Instead, you help the world by stepping into your power, by asking for the best of everything, because you deserve it. Because when you embrace everything which wants to come into your life, you'll find that you are actually bringing light down into the world, bringing more joy into your life, because then the people who come into contact with you, their life will also be filled with joy. So do not starve yourself from love, do not starve yourself from joy, and do not let anyone tell you that you don't deserve the best of the world, because you do. And you have, my desires and beliefs are only thoughts. Your desires and beliefs are only thoughts. Ask and it is given. You ask through your attention, through your wanting, through your desire. That is the asking. Whether you desire it to happen or you desire it not to happen, you are asking. So ask and it is given. Again, this is telling you to pay attention to your thoughts, okay? Because if I'm constantly thinking, as I was saying, if you're constantly thinking, oh, I'm so happy today, I wonder if my life is just going to go downhill from tomorrow, because I'm at this emotional peak. So I'm afraid of what might be coming tomorrow. Because when I'm thinking about that, I'm wondering what might be coming tomorrow. Am I going to go downhill from here? Is it all going down? And am I going to reach the bottom of the hell's pit or something? When you're doing that, you are actually sending out vibrations, because universe just understand vibrations. It does not see that, oh, you don't, because you're afraid of that thing, you don't want that thing to happen, okay? Instead, what universe sees is that, oh, you're afraid of that thing. Fine, so I guess you're asking for fear, so I'll give you that thing. I know it does not make sense, but that is how universe thinks. That is how universe gives you, based on the vibrations which you're sending out. So when you're thinking, oh, I don't want to be stuck here, I don't want to be stuck here, I don't want to be stuck here, what you're giving is this energy of being stuck here, being stuck here, being stuck here. So as a result of that, universe is like, oh, you want to be stuck here, be stuck here, I'm glad to provide. Instead, when you start rejoicing, when you start accepting the best, when you start feeling the bliss, when you start feeling the happiness, the joy, the love that is all around you, universe is like, this person is so happy, so I'll just give them more of happiness. So at that time, even if some karmic fruit gets manifested and this karmic lessons come up, you'll be like, that's fine, because I'm at this emotional peak. Nothing is going to bring me down, because nothing will. Your energy is only going up, 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 and up. Remember that. Do not be afraid of coming out on the other side, because you're not. Whatever you're focusing on grows. So pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your desires. Okay, so that, my dear pile 3, was your reading. I know it went on for too long. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for watching this video. If this resonated, give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And remember that you have your own unique light, and that is beautiful. That deserves to be seen. That deserves to be nourished. And my cat wants to be let out at this particular time, so I'll go. Also, my cat Sanzu, her love. I wish you all the best. And remember that a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance, and a lot of bliss is coming to you with the Rabbit Spirit. So expect the best, and you will only get the best. Okay, things are only going to become better and better for you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye.